Hi everyone, welcome to this presentation. We'll be talking about political systems, more specifically the purpose of political systems and types of government. As I go through this, be sure that you're filling out your notes and feel free to pause the video at any point if you need to fill things in or go back through anything. And in addition to that, make sure that you're thinking about those essential questions that we've been discussing in class. Things like what causes some civilizations to grow more quickly than others, how are societies unified, things like that. So keep these kinds of questions in mind, especially as you answer that question on the backside in relation to those essential questions. So don't forget there is a backside to your notes. So what is the purpose of government? Government really serves three purposes, and this is something that has been around for a long time. This isn't really a new phenomenon. This is something that we see in a lot of different places. The first being that their job is to protect the people from outside threats. The government is responsible for keeping the people safe, and so that means creating a military or doing whatever is necessary to keep their people safe from outside threats and terror. The next one is to maintain order and control. Within a society, we can't really have people going around doing whatever they want to. We need to make sure that people have some semblance of order, and therefore the government can create some laws to establish that sense of balance and order and control. The last is to provide people for their needs. So whatever the people need, their job is to provide it for them. And so as I mentioned before, governments create laws and policies to fulfill these. And so to make sure that they can protect, control, and provide, they create laws and policies to ensure it. In different societies, different forms of governments have emerged in order to fulfill these functions. So there's not just one kind of government, there's a ton. And so they reflect different kinds of perspectives regarding how a government should operate in order to fulfill its responsibilities. So patterns of government. In smaller societies, there's usually a chief or a council of elders, and this is really more of an antiquated or an older way in which we see in a lot of ancient civilizations or older societies nowadays. We see this still in place. Decisions are made often communal, meaning the group gets to decide, and are very strongly connected to tradition. Usually the national government of wherever this these smaller societies are located, really has no influence on people's lives on a day-to-day basis. They kind of operate themselves. The government's fine with them operating independently of their own self, doing their own thing. A lot of Native American tribes that are left in America operate under these conditions. So in larger societies, though, government types reflect who holds the power and how that power is maintained, and those are really the two biggest pieces for any government. We're going to focus really on just the two extremes. Note that these are on opposite ends of the spectrum, but there are plenty of other types of governments in the middle. Feel free to look those up. We're not really going to cover those at this time. So when we're looking at democracy, this is probably the one that you're most familiar with. It's a form of government based on the idea that people have the power. People have the supreme power. People make decisions. People elect who they want for direct decision making, leaders, representatives, whatever they want. People are the ones who make the decisions to put the people in power who are supposed to represent what they want in government. And so this is also known as a republic. You've probably heard that word before. These are the same thing. And so this is where you see the people having all the power. On the other side, an autocracy is the exact opposite. It's a government that's based on the idea that one person or a very small group of people hold all the power. Power is often maintained through fear, intimidation, police control, military forces, things like that. A lot of times you'll see this through monarchies, the king or queen, dictatorships, and other theocracies or a religious ruler in place. So this is the end of this presentation. Be sure to go back and fill in all your notes. And if you have any questions, make sure you fill out the interactive guide and let me know. Or just bring them to class tomorrow. We can talk about them then. Thanks. Have a great day.